All right, it says I'm live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the, May 28th live Q&A, Ask the EO Vet with me, Dr. Janet Roark. I'm a veterinarian in Central Texas, for those of you that are new to the page. So excited to be here, and I love helping you figure out what's going on with your animals and help them more naturally, maybe saving you thousands of dollars in vet visits in the process. But sometimes I'm going to be like, I should probably go to the vet on that one. I'm not going to lie. So we do have a few questions that were submitted. So I want to make sure we get to those. If you're hopping on live, let me know what essential oil you're using today. I'm going to put one on right now, some magnolia. Those of you that don't know, magnolia can be used a lot like lavender. It's a very beautiful smell. I actually like it a little bit better than lavender as far as a smell, just because it's not quite so potent. It is fairly potent, but it is just a really beautiful smell. I like to use it as a pure fume. And just love it. I just love the way it feels and makes me feel. It just like calms my brain, and a lot of animals really like the smell of it too. So let me know what in the comments where you're from and what essential oil you're using today. And without further ado, let's get to some of the questions that were posted. So our first question is from Marissa. She says, what are some oils that are good to have in a first aid kit for dogs? Well, Marissa, you'll be happy to know that my team and I put together a one-page guide with exactly that information, and not just oils, but other things you should have in a first aid kit for animals, for dogs and cats. And you can grab that. It's totally free at essentialoilvet.com/first-aid. essentialoilvet.com/first-aid. It's a free guide with kind of like a checklist of a first aid kit you can have for in your homes for your pets. And it's a really, really good one, including some essential oils that are must-haves, in my opinion, like lavender, frankincense, and copaiba. So those are some ones that you'll definitely want to have in there. And you can grab that over at essentialoilvet.com/first-aid. We're actually going to be doing, we actually aren't going to be doing, we just did a guide, a training on wounds last year. So I think we're waiting a little bit before we do another training on this, but the guide is really helpful. I think it'll be really beneficial to you. So go ahead and grab that. You do have to put your email in so that I can send it to you. But don't worry, we don't like spammy people, just like we don't like to be spammed. So if you don't want to be on my email list, you can always opt out. But we always send out cool things like this free guide and recipes and lots of other really amazing things, and let you know what's going on too, in case you want to hop on and anything. So there you go, Marissa. I hope that's helpful. Our next question is from Joelle, or Jewel. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. What can I do to help my 15-year-old cat that's starting to have hard poo issues? So the best thing to help with this is more water. So switching from a kibble diet, if you're on a kibble diet, to maybe a raw food or a wet food, canned food type of situation, or a whole food homemade diet, or like there's a lot of cooked prepared diets out there as well, like Nom Nom Now and some other ones like that. So that is the first thing, is add more water to the diet, and you can actually mix it in with the food if you want to help with that. That's going to be number one. Number two is we do have some essential oils that can help, like our digestive blend. So we have a kid's digestive blend that's already awesomely pre-diluted and safe to use with cats. And we have a not kids version that's also diluted. It comes in a little roller bottle, and you can definitely use either one of those. Cardamom diluted topically on the belly. Ginger is a little spicy for kitties. Fennel a little spicy for kitties, so make sure you dilute it to a good like 1%. So pretty diluted, just like 2 to 3 drops in a 10 milliliter roller bottle if you want to make up your own. Rosalind says, is there anything for tear stains that actually works? I feel you, Rosalind. Tear stains are annoying. First thing you want to do is address what's causing the tear stain. So if you have some really common things that cause tear stains and tearing in dogs is secondhand smoke. So if they're exposed to that, they're definitely more prone to have it. Plastic dishes. So if you're feeding in plastic dishes, switching to a stainless steel or ceramic are great options as well, or glass. Glass is another really great option for feeding instead of plastic and then cleaning it after every meal. Those are two really big factors in tear staining. The other thing that can happen is they can have like an eyelash that's kind of stuck on it, or like if there were those buggy-eyed dogs are so cute, right? But also they're like kind of running into things sometimes with their eyeballs instead of like their eyelashes. But as far as so there are some supplements that can really help. There is one called Angel's Eyes, like I believe that's the name of a dog that it's named after, but Angel's Eyes is very good. I found it to be the most effective and helpful supplement that you can give for preventing tear stains from the inside out. As far as cleaning it, make sure you clean it with a microfiber cloth. You can just use one like Norwex. And then you can even put like a little bit of very little bit of coconut oil just to make it easier to clean off. That can help a lot as well. But I don't recommend really oils around the eyes. You can do a little bit of diluted helichrysum kind of on the orbit, but put it on your finger first and then put it on there so it doesn't drip into their eyes. You don't want to get oils too close to the eyes because that can be very irritating as well. And then we'll have more tearing, which is the exact opposite of what you want. So we don't want that. Okay. Our next question is from Charlene Fletcher. What are the best flea, tick, mosquito prevention for a dog with an autoimmune disease and compromised immune system? So the good news is essential oils are really helpful and support the immune system and actually don't make it worse. We just did a presentation on this in the membership. So if you're not in the membership yet, Charlene, you'll definitely want to check out that webinar that we did in there. The membership is, if you go over to essentialoilvet.com/members, you can sign up for as low as $27. So definitely check that out, essentialoilvet.com/members. But as far as your question, because we just did a Let's Talk About Parasites webinar in there just this past Thursday. And it was amazing. We talked about fleas and we talked about ticks and we talked about mange and we talked about lice and we talked about all of the things, all the different external parasites as well as internal parasites like roundworm and tapeworms and all of that, giardia, coccidia, and all that fun stuff. So if you want to learn about that, definitely go over to the membership and check that out. But to answer your question, cedarwood is excellent for all of those things. Mosquito, the most effective oils against mosquitoes are citronella and lemon eucalyptus. So those are great combination. Ticks don't like turmeric, geranium, and peppermint. So having those as part added to whatever it is that you're using if you do a DIY. And then fleas don't like cedarwood, they don't like peppermint, and they really don't like apple cider vinegar. So you can do, if you wanted to make up a quick one, you could choose, one from each of those categories or multiple from each of those categories. Do 5 to 10 drops in a 4 ounce or 100 or like 100 milliliter spray bottle. Top it off with, you can do distilled water, just shake it really well before you use it. And then make sure you add in a teaspoon or so of apple cider vinegar as well. And that can be really helpful. So it's kind of just like a DIY. And then our next question is from, I hope I pronounced your name right, but Sophia. What oils can I give to chickens that might be sneezing or maybe have a little diarrhea? So we have some great oils. Though your chickens need some immune support. That's basically what it comes down to. I like giving oregano and thyme internally to chickens, and you can just mix it with feed. You can put a couple drops in your water. The amount I like to give is about 10 drops per 50 pounds of feed. So depending on how many chickens you have, what does that look like? They can have a lot more than that. So I've given, if they're actively sneezing, you can do a drop twice a day to that chicken only, and just put it in a syringer and give it like a medicine. But it is really, really helpful for both of those things. Boosting the immune system that way. Oregano is also really good for the digestive system, which should help with the diarrhea as well. But those just need some extra support. You can also diffuse respiratory support oils with birds. There's a really great blend called Air X that I really like. And, I think something with Litsea in it, with maybe some respiratory support oils like cardamom, like rosemary. Any of those are really good as well. Rosemary you can actually give internally to chickens as well. And then diarrhea, again, we have those digestive support oils like ginger, fennel, peppermint. All of those are great for chickens. Chickens are tough when it comes to oils. You can do quite a lot with them, and they're really resilient, believe it or not. Okay, Becky says, what oils are good to help a leaky bladder for a 4-year-old Doberman who has been spayed? So we want to support the hormones a lot in these dogs. So making sure you put them on like a phytoestrogen supplement, which is usually an herbal supplement. And then essential oils that can help might be clary sage. You want to avoid lavender at all costs with these guys. That can actually loosen the sphincter, and we don't want that. Adding something like marjoram, cypress, helichrysum, and spikenard, all of those can be very helpful at reminding those nerves what they're supposed to do and making sure the sphincter stays closed. So those would be good things to do if it is a leaky bladder that's not due to a urinary tract infection. Now, if it's a urinary tract infection, we have other oils that can help with that. Things like, juniper berry. On guard, we want to support the immune system and the bladder from the inside out in those cases. And some cranberry supplements can sometimes help as well. So great questions, you guys. Let me see. Yes. Awesome. Yes, Cass, you got it. Turmeric, peppermint, and geranium for ticks, and apple cider vinegar, peppermint, cedarwood with fleas. Also, lemon eucalyptus is also good for fleas. And citronella is another one as well. Lemon eucalyptus and citronella, also good for mosquitoes, was the other question she had. So Sharon's asking about oils for anxiety. We did a whole presentation on this in the membership. Be sure to join the membership for as low as $27 by going to essentialoilvet.com/members. Sharon, I would highly recommend that you actually go and watch that webinar. It's a full hour-long webinar, but it is going to give you all the information that you need to be set up for success in those cases. There's a lot of oils you can diffuse, but without doing the other things, it's only going to be not super helpful. I'm sure you've experienced that. But for separation anxiety, we've got lots of calming oils: lavender, magnolia, Roman chamomile, petitgrain, our calming blend, our restful blend, our grounding blend, vetiver, spikenard. All of these are really good. But like, which one do you choose, and how do you know what to use? And, are you just going to diffuse it? Are you going to use it topically? Are there some that you can use internally? We talk about all of that in that webinar. So definitely check that out. So I hope to see you guys in the membership. We answer all of the questions over there. And just a reminder, we do have the Pet Summit coming up. Oh, let me take that question down too. The Pet Summit coming up called, what is it? The Pet Pain Relief Summit. Pet Pain Relief Summit. So my friend, Dr. Ava Frick is a veterinarian, and she has been practicing for many, many years, and she's incredible. I absolutely love her. And she really is passionate about making sure pets live a pain-free life. And there are so many of our pets that experience pain at some point in their life. It is well worth your time to invest in this, because I guarantee you're going to come across it at some point if you have an animal at all or ever plan on having an animal in the future. So I was lucky enough to be able to be chosen to speak about essential oils for pet pain relief in that summit. And so I have a 1-hour training in there, and that, or I think it's 45 minutes, like 45 minutes, somewhere around there, as a part of that summit. And it's totally free from June 5th to June 8th. and you'll want to grab that. If you can't watch it during the day that it's free, grab the recordings. They're super, super low cost, and you'll have access to those. I think lifetime access to those if you purchase the recording. So, all right, you guys, you have an amazing Memorial Day. Just really quickly, if you happen to be in a Memorial Day situation where there are loud noises, maybe a parade, maybe there's some fireworks or something like that, I just want to remind you guys that if your dog is afraid of fireworks, we do have a really great calming recipe, essential oil, the fireworks diffuser recipe. So you do 2 drops each of serenity, copaiba, lavender, and vetiver. It's one of my favorites. It works really well. You can also apply some of these oils topically, something like Balance, diluted lavender, the Kids Calmer blend. Any of those would be great. Apply those tonight, tomorrow, depending on what's going on for Memorial Day. I hope you stay safe. I hope you eat lots of yummy barbecue and take lots of Terrazyme and digest that if you do. And make sure that your pets stay safe this holiday. All right, you guys, have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.